Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about doctor appointment booking system, the product we have developed as part of our software engineering project. So let's see the summary of this doctor appointment booking system. This system helps the user to make a doctor appointment flexible with date, time, and specialization. User can see list of available doctors and select from them. Features of this application: user can select a doctor from the list of available doctors. User can pay the appointment fee for the same using this application. User can see his previous appointments and his personal details and manage his profile like changing password and in any other functionalities. Target audience for this application: any user or medical organization who wants to make their things play online without actual meeting form the target audience for this application. Now let's see the demo and code walk of this application.
Hello guys, I'm going to tell the code walkthrough of Doctor Appointment booking system. We have done this website in Apache NetBeans. I will show the first I will run the program and then tell the code because it will be clear visualization to understand. It will be better visualization to understand. And first we'll run the main menu. This is the main page of the Doctor Appointment booking system. Here we will show all the specializations available in the hospital, like cardiologist, neurologist, pulmonologist, and etc. There will be two buttons displaying here: login and sign up. Login means the old user can directly you enter the username and password to enter the account, and whereas the new user should sign up and give details to the hospital, and he can log into the website. So here we used Java Swings for the front end, where you can directly drag and drop the labels, buttons, photos, and etc. Anything you want for the front end. Here we used this is the panel where you can drag and drop. This is a photo. You can select through label, and these are the labels, and you can name it accordingly. These are the buttons. When the action is performed here, like I'll show you the code here. This is the main page code. See, you can see here directly the backend code will be generated automatically, where you drag and drop the items. When the action is performed on the button one, you can see two buttons over there, like login and sign up. See here, login and sign up. When the action is performed on the login button, we created a um, class login, and we used a class login to set visible. So whatever in the class login page, it will be running. Whereas you clicked on the whereas you action performed on the second button, that is sign up, the this class will set visible, where sign up class will be running. So we'll see the sign up page first. I want my new user. I'm creating new account. So we will create a new user, something like Bob, or like Ram, a new user Ram, and I'm setting password as Ram, re-entering password as Ram, and blood group something like A plus, gender male, city is from Delhi, and contact number I'm typing like some random stuff. And now I'm trying to sign up. You can see like it is sign up, all the details were stored in the database. And I will show now the sign up page here. Normally every code will be written in the constructor. Whenever the action is done in the text field, we have kept here text field also. You can see here, sign up, there will be some text field. Whenever action performed on the text field, you will be stored automatically in the declared variables in the sign up. See, you can see here username dot get text. Username is a text field that is kept in the sign up form, and username one is the variable where we declared the um, string to store in that in this page, in this Java file. So everything will be stored like that. Password 1 will be stored, password 2 will be stored, contact will be stored, and city will be stored, and gender and blood group, everything will be stored in the variables assigned in the declared in the Java file. And now we'll see whether, and now we are declaring two variables like t equal to 0. We declare we are declare static string username one means these are the whole class we can use anyway. Public static string is now we are checking whether the both passwords enter password and re-enter password both are equal means then t equal to 1, and otherwise if does not match means we'll showing a pop-up message like password does not match. And here we are doing we go into database like we are connecting database, we are using jdbc nothing but Java database connectivity, and we are using MySQL here for the database, and localhost 3306 means the port number slash doctor appointment means the database which we are using. Racks means these are name of the SQL, username of the SQL, and root is a password. Now I will show the database here. Just open the terminal, open just enter the command mysql minus u your username and minus p and enter your password. So you can you're opened MySQL, use doctor appointment. Just I'm using the doctor appointment table. Now you can see that this is a driver. This is a driver means it is interface handles that communications with the database server. You will interact directly with driver objects very rarely. Instead you will use driver manager objects which manages objects of this type. It also abstracts the details associated with the driver objects. Now this is a driver, we are getting connection. Now this connection will be is in the class of connection. We are naming with the con. So driver manager. Now we'll see about driver manager. What is driver manager means? A class manages a list of database drivers. That is means there will be different databases in our system, like something like education, different database for different. So I created a doctor appointment for this project. So we are selecting some particular database driver. So matches connection request from Java application with the proper database driver using communication protocol. So it will search for the particular database, whether the database is present in the system or not, doctor appointment is present in the system or not. So if it is present, it will be connected, stored in the CONN. Now we will write some statements to execute some queries, like we want some tables for users and doctors and particular members, like we have some particular specialization. So we all will write all through queries and we'll store in the statements. We'll write through statements, and that statements we need connection. Normally connection, it is a interface with all methods for connecting a database. The connection object represents communication context, that is all communication with database through connection. Now we will go through the statement. Here everything is statement, right? So statements, we use objects created from this interface to submit the SQL statements to the database. Some derived interfaces accept parameters in addition executing stored processes. Now everything we write the statement is about getting a query or updation of the table, or alter the table, or delete the table or something like that. So all that whatever the query is executed will be stored in the result set. Result set means objects hold the data retrieved from the database after you execute an SQL query using statement objects. It acts as iterator to allow you to move through the data. So now select start from user is stored in the RS. Now we will type the command select a star from user. So here all the users in the database will be is shown here, like there are 7 members, 7 members. So rs.next means it will be in the 0. When rs.next it is coming, it will go to the first row. So whenever the username under the rs.getString2 means the second column will be stored in the rs dot get string2. So whenever that both matches, we are showing that username matches. So there should be a unique username in the table, the database. So we are doing like that. It will be pp equal to 0, and if does not matches, pp will be 1. So we are writing a if condition here to check that whether the password matches and username does not exist. So we are updating the table like stmt dot execute update. That is we are updating the table like insert into user, like we are updating username, password, gender, blood group, contact, city with values what we are getting from the text field. Here we are storing all the variables. So we are updating here. So you can also see just now we have created a user ram, all the variables is stored here now. Next we'll go to the login now. Login. We created a user ram and his password is ram. I'm just typing the wrong password as of now. Just I'm logging in, trying to log in. So you can see that a wrong password message is popped up. So wrong password. Now I'm typing the right password. So I'm trying to logging in. Now you can see a home page. Now we'll see the code. We'll go through the code of login here. Now login, same as before. We just took the variables, stored the text from the text from the before event, and we stored here in password 1 and user 1. And again we are connecting the database here, and select start from user. We are checking whether we are taking one by one user and checking whether this password and username is equals or not. If they equals, then we are redirecting them to the choose appointment, that is a home page um, of our application. And now you can see whether if the password is wrong, you can see like the wrong password is shown here, pop-up box is shown before, you can see, and forgot password. Yes, before I changed the password. Now we'll see the port forgot password later. Just a second. Now you can see the main page where user can see their profile or make appointment or see the next appointments he have booked, and see the previous appointments he attended, like that. So we will see the profile first. In profile you can see that the user details will be displayed here. What are the details he entered before, what are the details stored in the database. And I'm trying to change the password, and I should enter the ram password as Rama. I'm storing, I'm confirmed. Now the password is changed. Now you can see like, so let's start from user. Now you can see the password of ram is changed to Rama. So we'll see the code of change password now. Forgot, yes. Again we are storing the text field details into the variables here, user1, pass1, password2, and we are checking whether the password and re-enter password is both are equal or not. So it is equal, t equal to 1 we are keeping storing. And again we are setting the database jdbc, and if t equal to 1, then we are updating the table. So we have to write execute update. execute update state method. This execute update set password, what is entered, and where the username is ram, like before the user is ram. So the updation of the password is completed. Now you can see here. Now we will go through the make appointment. Whenever the make appointment is clicked, you can see the take a second. See, these are the swings. We can directly drag and drop here from here. Whenever make appointment action is performed, we are setting visible for specialization, where user can check the specialization available, what is specialization available in the hospital, and go through it. So we just kept what are the specialization available here. So this is also front end. There is nothing back end much here in this page here. So we drag and drop the labels and buttons, and we named it. So whenever we choose a something like cardiologist, I want to book an appointment with cardiologist. So now we will see about make appointment. When the user clicks the make appointment button, it will automatically redirect to specialization page. Here in the specialization page, there will be list of specializations available in the hospital, like cardiologist and etc. So here this is the full of Swings UI, where you can directly drag and drop the label buttons and anything panel or anything you want, and you can resize the words also if you want. And when you press the cardiology button, here doc name, that means we are storing the word, we are storing the specialization of the doctor, and we are redirect to select doctor page. Like here we are selecting cardiologist. So in we can see that all the specialization cardiology specialists like Ramchandra, Devi, Vishwanath, and the doctor timings, the gender and amount will be visible here. And you should select the date first. Like I selected 28th of this month, and I'm confirming the date. I want to select appointment with Dr. Devi, so I'm booking appointment with Dr. Devi. So I'm just entering the card details and month of expiry and some code. See, after confirming, after completing the payment, you can see the confirmation letter from the hospital, like, dear Ram, your appointment is confirmed with Dr. Devi on 28th of this month at 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Please make sure you reach before 15 minutes. This is a confirmation from the hospital. And when we go to home, you can see, like, I will show the payment page, doctor page, sir, doctor. See here, we kept all the labels here, like name for displaying the name. We kept a name label, and Ubuntu one means Ubuntu is a style of the language words, and it's a J label. Add this dot name means we are adding name to the name to enable. So set of PQ means we are able to visible in the window. Set bounds means the size of the x-axis and y-axis of the button, sorry, label, that is breadth and length, maybe, like. And name one means here we connected the database also, and we are checking the storing the all the doctor names in the RP. See, you can see, like, we executed a query like select star from doctor where specialized is equal to doc1. So doc1 means we are bringing the doc name. See, we already stored the doc name doc name in the specialization with the specialization of the what specialization he needs. So we are bringing specialization doc name in doc1. So we are keeping all the data in RP. So rp.text means first doctor will be displayed, like we will see in the terminal. Select star from doctor. See, these are the doctors available. If you want to see the specialization doctor, see, this is like select star from doctor with specialization in the cardiologist. So you can see the doctors who are under cardiology, Dr. Ramachandra, Devi Vishwanath, those all. And we are setting all the gender label and gender of the person and everything, and fees and amount and etc. And we are also keeping a this is a button. Whenever the action is performed on the button, so that we can store the all the details of the user on selected appointment. Here you cannot directly add the calendar. You should install a plugin. After downloading JCalendar from the internet, you can keep the plugin in tools, palette, swing CW components. You should add the jar. Here you should select the JCalendar and you can finish here, so that your JCalendar will be visible in here. Palette, here see, you can see JCalendar. We can directly drag and drop here like this. And next, here we are inserting the appointment date of the user. Now after selecting after selecting the doctor, it is directed to payment page. Payment page we just directly kept statically as of now, because there is no gateway for us right of now. So after entering all the cards, we are redirecting to fix appointment. Fix appointment. Oh, 1 second. Fix appointment. Oh, yeah. See here again, we are bringing the appointment. Like we are storing the values in RP, where a star from appointment booking. So let's start from appointment booking, where appointment ID equal to max of appointment ID. We kept max of appointment ID because of there will be the recent selecting person will be stored latest, so that his appointment, through his appointment we can um, show the confirmation letter. So, and we added a J labels. This is the J label. Here you can keep the J label and add the name. See, you can see the properties here. Sorry. In properties, you can see here it is a name of patient Pat, and in the source we just added like name of Pat. See here, the name of Pat is see. Here select star from ID, here NOP name of the patient, and we took the name of the patient. We took the name of the patient from the database, and we are displaying through here. And next you can see here that is to how to make an appointment. Now next up, what are the appointments coming next for me, and here you can see what are the future appointments. Your appointment is with Dr. Vishwanath and Dr. Devi, and here you can see two buttons, whether you can edit or cancel appointments. When you edit appointment, you will be shown like your appointment is booked on 27th of this month with Dr. Vishwanath. If you want to change the date of the appointment, please press the confirm date. Say like it is booked on 27th. I was unable to go attend appointment with Dr. Vishwanath on 27th, so I'm changing the date to 30th of this month. So I'm confirming the appointment. So your appointment is changed to 30th, and you can see here your future appointments. Doctor with Vishwanath, you have appointment at 13. This is edit appointment. Now we will see about next appointments. Edit appointments here. Once again. One second. View appointments. It's page. View appointments. See in the view appointments, we are taking all the we are taking all the appointments of the particular member, particular user. So you can see select a point appointment ID dot d point name dot comma a dot appoint date of appointment, and we are taking all the appointments of the particular user and in the future dates, and showing them the future appointments. So again we kept all the labels here, and we are setting visible, and we change the font here. Ubuntu is a style, again set font, bonds. Again we are having two buttons here, you can see edit appointment, cancel appointment. In edit appointment you can see here it is a J button. B, if action listener, we are changing to edit appointment class here. See, you can see edit appointment here. Again here we took the date from the J calendar. Here we took the date from the J calendar, and once the confirm button is pressed, we are storing all the date of the next date of the user, so that the date will be changed, modified in the database. Next, coming to the cancel appointment. When we press the cancel appointment, there will be a message like your appointment is booked on 30th of this month with Dr. Vishwanath. If you want to cancel the appointment, please press cancel appointment. Your payment will be returned on next 3 to 5 days. So if you press the cancellation button, your appointment will be cancelled. You can see like your appointment with Vishwanath has been cancelled. Cancel account is like cancel appointment. Here when the action is performed, we are updating the table like delete from the appointment booking, where appoint ID is appointment ID equal to app ID. App ID means the present user present appointment of the appointment ID of the user selecting the doctor, user selecting the particular doctor. Like Vishwanath, like Ram is taken appointment with Vishwanath. If their appointment ID is 7, so their appointment will be deleted now in the database. Now coming to the history of appointments, like previous appointments. Here as of now Ram is not having any appointments. Let's try an appointment making in previous date. I am booking on 6th of this month. I just gave a sample example here, but in the real time project there won't be a previous booking appointment. It's just a booking like this. Just random numbers I'm giving here as of now, and it is 6th of this month. This is the past date. So your previous appointments, you can see that Dr. Rohit on 6th of this month. Just as of now, we given. And this is now. If you log out, the page will be logged out, and the session will be completed. And now you can see the history appointment. See here we are getting a query like select the doctor name, appointment booking, date of app, application, date of appointment. From appointment booking doctor means we are taking the values of doctor name and appointment date from the tables appointment booking on doctor, where doctor appointment and doctor and appointment table matches. And here you can see an like query like appointment booking of particular user, where the date of appointment means here before we chose the 6th of this month is less than current date. Current date means it is database will take like today's date. So today's 6th is less than today's date. So all the appointments below before today will be displayed there. That's it. Thank you.
Patient requirements. Requirements of a patient. As a patient, I want to manage details so that I can change my details whenever I need. As a patient, I want to select specialization of the doctor so that I can choose the doctor easily. As a patient, I want to edit appointment so that I can rechange the timing or date if there is any problem. As a patient, I want to cancel an appointment so that I can cancel appointment if I can't attend. As a patient, I want to forget password option so that I can set a password whenever I forgot it. As a patient, I want my history of appointments so that I can check my last visits. See, what are the languages we used in our project? For backend, MySQL we used. For middleend, we used the Java language. For frontend, we used Java Swings and Applets.
This is Sudhindra. Let me brief you my contribution towards the project. As a Scrum Master, I am responsible for the progress of the project. So I tried establishing rapport between the team members and maintaining good workflow. I kept updating my team about deadlines and kept updating my product owner, Vivek Menon sir, regarding the progress of the project. Coming to the technical part, I worked on NetBeans IDE installation errors and solved them. Worked till phase 1 of the project along with the team members. Due to lockdown, we cannot meet regularly, so we organized team meetings via Microsoft Teams app, and GitHub played a vital role to share the code, and we successfully managed to learn the using of GitHub. So the key takeaways from this experience for me was working with the team and keeping the and maintaining negotiation among the team members regarding differences. This was a wonderful experience to me. I also tried to bring the best of the team members to produce results. In this way, this project gave me a very good experience in team project management. Thank you.
My contributions towards the team is I worked with my teammates making weekly reports, sequence diagram, activity diagram. Worked mostly on middle end and back end of the project. Added JCalendar plugin to the application. Worked connection of database with the team. Code coded edit appointment, cancel appointment, view appointment, history of appointment along with the team. And also wrote some queries for extracting the data from the database to the application. Been active member for exchanging the ideas for the project in the team. Help team while writing documentations. And my experience and learnings are, it was wonderful experience working with the team. Had a good experience while working on needs of product owners. Learned how to write SRS, user stories, use cases, weekly reports, and some diagrams like sequence diagram, activity diagram. Discuss a project on online in lockdown period was a new experience for me. Learned how to deal with many errors while doing project and implementation of the product and how to implement the product. Got some confidence that as a team we can satisfy the product owner needs. and learned how to be a good team member and exchange knowledge with team.
This is Sai Sujan from CSA. Today I'm going to guide you through what challenges we have faced during our project and also the my contribution towards the project. So our project is doctor appointment booking system. The challenges we have faced during the project is the first major challenge we faced is deciding the functionalities of the product. The next major challenge we faced is in regarding the implementation using NetBeans IDE. As we are new to it, we got stuck with it and rectified various installation errors. While connecting to database and applications, we faced a lot of errors. There is no calendar option in Sphinx, so we would add plugin to add into application. While adding, we face some errors like service unavailable and file missing errors. Faced errors while updating table with foreign key fields, while displaying text in the Java labels and proper indentation. Also faced null value exceptions. My major contribution towards the project is the UI part. I worked on login page and sign up page along with the team. I worked connecting database to the UI part. Creating SQL tables is the part which gave me the most exposure towards the database management. I worked on writing use cases of our project and designing SRS documentation. Since I forgot to mention the challenge we faced during this lockdown, the major challenge we faced is we don't know until what stage everyone we don't know we are not synchronized towards the project. So to resolve this issue, to synchronize our project to resolve this issue, we created meetings in the Teams, Microsoft Teams, so which helped us to get a better understanding until which our project has been completed, and we got synchronized to up to which extent the project has been completed. So these are the major challenges and contributions towards my project.
My contribution. A major contribution is middle end and UI part. I worked on specialization page, home page, along with the team. I worked connecting database to the middle end. I worked on writing use cases of our project and designing SRS, user stories documentation. Worked along with team writing weekly reports and drawing diagrams. I was active in the meetings and shared ideas in implementation of our project. My experience is it was good experience doing projects as a team. I got new experience also while attending weekly meetings, product owner reviews on updates. I learned how to project documentation and how to draw project diagrams, meeting with our team members online in this lockdown. Due to this pandemic, we suffered a lot to complete this project, but finally, the project was finished.
Hey guys, this is Praveen and I am here to briefly explain the overall summary of the basic idea about this project. It is a very simple application where a user can take appointment with a doctor. If he doesn't have an account, he can simply create account within a few seconds. If he has an already account, then he can directly log in into the system. Once if a user logged in, then he can has the options of make appointment, edit appointment or cancel appointment. Here he can also view his previous appointments with the doctor. While making an appointment, a user has a privilege towards choosing an available doctors in the specializations. After making an appointment with the available doctor, he can pay online. Once the payment is done, he can receive the confirmation message with the doctor. That's it. Here we have seen how cool it is to make an appointment with the doctor. And the contributions of me towards this project is I contributed towards the UI part in developing the application. I dealt with SQL queries while updating of database. I also helped drawing flowcharts, writing weekly reports. I also helped plugin required to the NetBeans IDE. With this, I understood the phases of software product development and learned how to deal and work as a team player. Thank you.